Bosses can be a pain. They can be mean, unreasonable, even abusive. But when into being criminal?
Manny Medrano has the answer in today's Inside the Law.
Well, we've all had the misfortune of sometimes working for a terrible boss. Well, when this happens, it turns out you have rights.
I'm sorry, what? My grandmother, I told you that I needed to see her because she was very, very sick. You said if I left early, I'd get fired. And she died before I made it to the hospital.
Kevin Spacey, Jennifer Aniston, and Colin Farrell play a trio of thoroughly rotten bosses who torment 3 employees by bullying them and sexually harassing them. Venice employment lawyer Greg Helmer says that you have options when it comes to dealing with bosses from hell. First, though, avoid going toe-to-toe with an abusive supervisor.
If you have an abusive boss, the last thing you want to do is abuse the boss back. As you said, you do not want to fight fire with fire. That's a recipe for disaster. The only thing that will be accomplished is you'll end up being fired.
Make sure to keep a record of any mistreatment.
You always want to document. I would suggest keeping detailed notes, including the dates of any incidents that your boss was abusive and a description of the incident.
If you can't work things out informally, don't hesitate to complain to human resources, but put it in writing.
I've seen many employment disputes where you never know where they end up, but down the road the employer says the employee never complained and the employee says, yes, I did. So it's important to have more than just a verbal complaint.
If things get so bad that you're thinking of quitting, be aware of this.
Employees who are terminated, who are fired, are generally speaking entitled to receive unemployment benefits. An employee who resigns is generally speaking not entitled to unemployment benefits.
What happens if you're fired? Do you get severance?
An employee is entitled to severance if he or she has a contract with their employer that says if you're terminated under certain circumstances, you'll be entitled to severance.
Well, when it comes to making important decisions regarding your job, you should first consult an employment lawyer. For KTLA's Inside the Law, I'm Manny Medrano.
If you've got a legal question for Manny, you can email it to him directly. Here it is, mamedrano@tribune.com.